My name is Lila Warwick, and this is how I went from wiping champagne off my face to owning the legacy that once called me trash. I was 24 when I met Ethan Langford at a quiet charity auction. I was volunteering. He was bidding 6 figures on vintage wine. He noticed me admiring a painting, bought it, and handed it over. You looked at it like it already belonged to you. He was charming, driven, from old Virginia money, and he had no idea who I really was. I'd walked away from my family name 3 years earlier. I'm the only child of Theodore Warwick, yes, the Theodore Warwick whose shipping and energy conglomerate sits at $9.8 billion. I grew up with tutors, security details, and expectations heavier than any trust fund. Everyone wanted a piece, connections, introductions, influence. So at 21, I left. Took my mother's maiden name, Reed. Rented a tiny apartment in Richmond. Worked as a freelance photographer. Lived quietly. And for the first time, I breathed. Ethan knew me as Lila Reed, the creative soul who preferred flea markets and late-night drives. He said he loved my grounded spirit. I believed him. 9 months in, he invited me to his family's New Year's gala. This is where I show you off, he said, eyes shining. I decided to go as myself, Lila Reed, not Warwick. The final test, if they accepted the ordinary me, maybe this was true. The Langford estate was breathtaking, crystal chandeliers, string quartet, gowns that cost more than cars. I wore a simple navy dress I'd found vintage. Minimal makeup. No jewelry beyond a thin silver chain. Their judgment was instant. Victoria Langford, platinum blonde, dripping diamonds, looked me over like I'd tracked mud on her marble. Grant barely acknowledged me. Vanessa smirked openly. Then Victoria called for attention, glass raised. Before the toast, a small matter. She looked at Ethan. He produced papers. Lila and I are parting ways. Time to align with someone more appropriate. Gasps. Phones out. Victoria smiled. Some matches are simply temporary. She threw her champagne in my face. Vanessa grabbed my dress strap. Time to go, darling. Ripped it. Laughter swelled. Live streams began, viewer count soaring. Ethan stood mute. Security approached. I signed the breakup agreement, prenup style, leaving me nothing. They gave me $200 for the cab. I walked into the December air, soaked, shaking. But 4 hours earlier, everything had shifted. I'd been at a diner when my phone rang. Private number. A steady male voice. Miss Lila Reed? This is Malcolm Pierce, executor for Theodore Warwick's estate. Wrong number. No, he said. You are Lila Warwick. Taken from a hospital at birth. Your father never stopped searching. Details no fraud could invent. My freckle pattern, my mother's ring, hospital logs. Theodore died 4 weeks ago. His $9.8 billion empire had one heir, me. I met Malcolm and the investigator the next morning. DNA confirmed it. Theodore's brother Malcolm, different Malcolm, had mismanaged, embezzlement, shady contracts. Revealed too soon. He contests. I stayed hidden. Learned the empire. Waited. 7 months later, I entered the Warwick boardroom as majority shareholder. The fraudster was ousted. Then I targeted the Langfords. Ethan's firm was crumbling, debts, stalled projects. He pursued Vanessa for her family leverage. I bought their debt quietly. Invited them to a salvation investment meeting. They arrived desperate, oblivious. I revealed myself. Showed DNA, will, control. I called the loans. Exposed Grant's tax fraud, arrest. Victoria's hidden addiction debts, public ruin. Vanessa's fraud at her foundation, career ended. Ethan begged. On his knees. I offered him associate analyst, entry level. He took it. Some call me merciless. I call it measured. Because the night they drenched me in wine and called me trash, they freed me to become the woman who earned their future. And the taste of justice these days? Sweeter than any wine they ever wasted.